how has motherhood affected? I mean, I'm sure you're a real lion, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm a mama bear when it comes to my family, my child. But I think that I'm very nurturing to begin with, and I think motherhood has ignited even more that, a protection to women. I think that when you have a child, whether it's a little boy, a little girl, I think education is the foundation of who they are when they're adulthoods. And so we have to teach them how to, that it's okay to learn about sexual education, but also it's okay to learn about healthy relationships, right? That starts at home, and it starts at school. And that's exactly what my foundation do. I reach out to the communities, and I reach out to colleges and universities by doing the speeches and forums that I do, educating them about sexual abuse and consent, domestic abuse.
So if we're your audience, or we're your daughter, or we're some of the people you're trying to reach out to, how did you make different choices with your current partner, and what do you teach people about what to find acceptable and not acceptable?
I think it all becomes with education again, and this is the very essence of being a person who, before you judge somebody, you have to educate them. There's a difference between an educated judgment versus an uneducated judgment. So before, there's a lot of, and I told, even my daughters, so when I go to school, and I said, look, this is very important for you to learn, and also to learn to trust people, because you cannot live your life without trusting anybody. I think there's a very fine line when you are about to judge something or somebody that, you hear, because the news are an opinion of a person who's writing the news, not your own. So that's very important to actually understand that.
I like that. Leading with trust is a more kind, open-minded, open-hearted way to live.
Yes.
However, I imagine that you probably are an authority on pattern and behavior. So is that something that you teach to the new generation of specifically what to look out for and not accept as behavior coming at you?
Yes, domestic violence is based on power and control, and so when you teach that behaviors can be learned, and also behaviors can be correct. So when you learn that base, I think it becomes easy, and it could change. We could actually change society, knowing the fact that 1 out of 3 women are going to experience domestic abuse in their lifetime. Every 8 seconds, a woman gets abused. Children get abused. And so to me, that breaks my heart. And I think that education, again, is part of it. If we teach our children, like I said, sexual education, we should teach them about healthy relationships. And that is something very important. That's part of why I'm doing these documentaries, and I keep doing these documentaries, because it's very important to understand that abusers are not going to let go.
And but you also said people can change. Is it more the victim can change or the abuser can change?
If they get the right help.
Yeah. I mean, when he came out onto the scene, it was such a bizarre tone. If you haven't seen the documentary, I urge you to watch it, because it's such an extraordinary journey. With each part, Jordan Peele, as he helps tell this narrative, keeps you on the hook, because you just can't believe the realities of the situation when John Wayne becomes a porn star and celebrates this moment and sort of milks it for money and attention. How did that make you feel?
It was devastating, because again, how could this person who have hurt me physically, emotionally, mentally, could be celebrated by society, right? I did not understand that.